We have Edie and Dale Dunlap from Breezy Acres. Welcome to the both of you. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate it, coming into the big city here. Now tell us where Breezy Acres is and where it's located, and a little bit about Breezy Acres.
Well, we have cabins in both Solon and in Eustis. We started cabins in 96.
About 96.
Yep, in Solon.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we expanded into the Eustis area in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And we just keep adding more cabins in both locations.
Wow.
So it gives us a wide variety of activities to offer everybody that comes up there.
And your first camp was in Solon?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Now, what made you decide we're going to make this our home here in Solon, Maine? What were the elements? What brought you there and kept you there?
It's one of them dreams that you have when you're young, and you keep going and working towards it, and after a while you think it never comes, and then it's time.
And there it is.
Yeah.
And there it is, and you start in and go with it.
Yeah.
You find a piece of land and start the cabins there, and once they got established, then it was like, okay, what else can we do to supplement these cabins here? And he always wanted an outback cabin or something that if one area is down a little bit, we have another area to offer people.
Right.
To bring everything back up, and that seems to be working really well.
Now you're both Maine guides.
Yes.
And you're a master guide.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Well, master guide it actually is the amount of time you put in it. You got to earn your hours and credits up through, and I've been guiding now almost 40 years.
Wow.
And it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Knowing your outdoors, knowing your animals, knowing everything
Mm-hmm.
on the guiding part of all your recreational doings.
What is a typical day, or is there a typical day when you're staying at Breezy Acres? What are some of the activities perhaps that you may recommend or people want to do?
Well, being in two locations, it helps a lot, but both sets of cabins have direct access to ATV and snowmobile trails with hundreds of miles of riding in both areas.
Mm-hmm.
They hunting, fishing, there's hiking trails, there's kayaking and canoeing. Both places have plenty of that. They're both by Appalachian trails.
Mm-hmm.
And they can enjoy all of that. And then depending on which cabins that you are at, there's extra features that are closer, like in our Eustis cabins. We're obviously closer to Sugarloaf with what they had to offer for skiing and golf, saddleback skiing and golf. The outdoor center with their cross-country skiing and their snowshoeing and their ice skating.
Sure.
Hudson Trails.
Yeah.
They have great trails there for people. And if you're over in Eustis, in the Solon area, you're close to Lakewood Theater, which has been running since 1901, and
Right.
That's a great place to go.
Sure.
It's old, and
It's a gem.
it is. We actually went there this summer for one of the plays,
Yeah.
and they have a golf course there. Whitewater rafting is near our Solon locations.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with Moxie Falls. A lot of people like to go to Moxie Falls. It's nice when people come up to be able to say, what do you want to do? What would you like to do? And then kind of point them in that direction.
Now, do people come there specifically for an activity such as hunting or fishing just for that? And do you take them out on tours for that?
We do a little bit of everything. We've got full guided trips. We do all your moose hunting, deer hunting, bird hunting. We have 2 German shot hares that we take out that people love to hunt over. It just whatever they go. Plus we have semi-guided, so that you're almost knowing what you want, but we kind of point you in the direction to go, and kind of help you out a little bit, so you don't, keep it reasonable, so you can afford to go and enjoy yourself.
Right. What is the thrill to take someone out on a guided tour when they catch the big one or they get the big buck? What is it? Is that an exciting time for you as well?
It does,
Yes.
because it makes you feel good. You've got your point across how to do it.
Yeah.
You see them do it.
Yeah.
You're coaching them on how to do it, and you deal with it all the time, and you really don't know that person, a lot of them, that well.
Yeah.
but you just get to know, and they just keep, year after year, they come back and want to learn a little bit more.
So most of the customers do come back on it.
Yeah.
Which
We have an
talks-
awful lot of
Yeah.
repeat customers.
Yeah. Are you seeing
Yeah.
generations come back?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. And back in the guiding aspect, he and I have kind of a little contest going with the bear hunting. So he has his clients and I have mine, and we always
Who gets the first bear?
who gets the
and
first bear, or
You know.
who ends up with the biggest bear, for their clients and stuff.
Well-
and our clients play right into that too.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Now, dare I ask who is in the lead here?
Yes,
Well, he
we're
is
the
a-
biggest bear.
Well, he is a master guide.
Yes, yeah, and it's really just a chance thing, but they play right along with it, and they'll say, hey, she's one up on you now.
Now, I can't imagine what it's like to get a bear. You have to really bears know where you are, don't they? They can smell you.
bears are the most, they're something else in the woods. They're so quiet, a 300-pound bear can walk right beside you,
Yeah.
and you can't even hear them.
Yeah.
It's real. I mean, then you go and once you see them, you can't move, because they'll smell you. The smelling is unbelievable.
Right.
The movement, they got you. So you really gotta move very slowly, and when they're looking the other way, you gotta do your moves.
Wow.
So it's real fun to watch them.
Now, do you actually post yourself in trees?
Yes, we do. We have ground blinds, which people are on the ground, and we have some in 15-foot
Tree stands. Yep.
tree stands, double buddy stands.
So you could potentially be there for many hours before you actually see
Yep.
it.
We usually take them out. We tell them the bus leaves around 3. They're free to do what they want before that.
Yeah.
And then, we take them out and put them on the stands, and then we'll go back and pick them up. And with a little bit of modern convenience, if some of them have cell phones, they turn them off, of course, when they go
Right.
in. But, if they happen to get their bear early in the evening, they can call us if they have cell service. They don't all have cell service. It makes it a little bit easier for us to go back and get them and their bear and stuff while it's still daylight.
And there's a second question. 300-pound bear, how do you get it out of the woods?
It's
A lot of might.
It is. It's a lot of knowledge on how you do it.
Yeah.
These little jet sleds work super. Them little black sleds that you see at the hardware stores and
Yeah,
stuff, they are ideal.
Yeah.
They're ideal, and the client loves to have hands-on.
Sure.
Full of questions. What do I do now? How do I do it? Where do I do it? He's just a ball of muscles.
Yeah, yeah.
When you need it, his energy level is so high because he just bagged a nice black bear.
Yeah.
That it makes you happy all the way around. A lot of work, but it makes them
With the
happy.
moose hunting too. I mean,
Right.
that's a challenge, and they want to know, can I help? Can I do this? And by the time we get that moose out and loaded on the trailer, it's like some of them work they've never done before.
Oh, that's something. Now, as far as bears go, does your adrenaline still rush when you see a bear?
Yep.
I would think if I'm out there, I'm gonna oh my gosh, this.
It does, but the more you work with them, you just go normal.
Yeah.
It's nice to watch them, watch their moves, but you really got to be quiet. Your client, boy, he is right nervous wreck.
Yeah.
And after a while, after they get 2-3 bear, they get into calming down, taking slow breaths, and they're all fine. But boy, that first one, boy, they come out shaking.
Right.
They come out just trembling all over.
Well, that's what I could imagine.
And you
yeah.
kind of got to go out to them and make sure you okay. Oh yes, yes, we're fine. I said, take a break.
Right, right.
Take a break and just get yourself back together again. We'll go do the next step, and you can help me with it and learn.